Yo guys, what's up? BFViking here, and today we've got lots of new information about the soon approaching October update, which is set to release later today. Just a couple of hours ago, DICE did a live stream announcing all of this information, so I'm going to be breaking it down and telling you guys the most important changes. First up on the list of changes is that Sinai Desert will be getting the Frontlines game mode. Frontlines was first introduced back in March with the They Shall Not Pass DLC, and is probably one of my favourite game modes as it adds Rush and Conquest together, which are already two of my favourite game modes. I can imagine that this game mode will play out fairly well on Sinai, as it supports plenty of different playstyles. If you log into Battlefield 1 on any platform between the 12th and the 16th of October, you will receive two of these awesome looking dog tags, one being a birthday cake and the other one being a 1942 soldier, and the other being a Battlefield 1 soldier. Good to see DICE adding some cool rewards like this, but personally, I would have really liked to see some veteran specific rewards. Huge news for people who wanted operations in the server browser. It looks like DICE has finally added that feature. I personally am really for this feature, as there has been countless times where I would join into an empty server of operations after waiting a minute or two just to get into it. Also, DICE will be removing the 40-player operation servers, and from now on, we'll only have 64-player operations. This is good as it makes it much easier to find an operation server, but bad as some of the operations are way too hard to play on 64 players. Who knows, maybe DICE might add the 40-player operations back in sometime in the future. A feature I personally am still waiting for is an indicator to show us how far the round has progressed before joining the server. I think it's just so annoying when you look for a certain map only to join with 10 tickets left. So hopefully DICE will get on that soon, and I think not only myself but pretty much all of the community are asking for this feature. In the patch, DICE are also fixing some of the assignments from the newest DLC that were previously bugged. Like for example, one of the assignments was to get 10 squad revives on 10 different players, except it wasn't stated that it had to be on 10 different players. So people would get 5 revives each round, and then go on to the next round thinking that they were halfway there, but in this update, DICE have cleared things up a little. We all know that you're unable to spawn on a friendly plane when it is out of the combat area, which doesn't really make sense as the plane's combat area is much bigger than it is for players on the ground. Well, finally, DICE are now allowing us to spawn on aircraft no matter where they are on the map. A small but a very welcome change. One of the biggest changes coming in the patch is that DICE is removing elite classes from the smaller game modes such as TDM, Domination, and War Pigeons. I personally am very happy to see this change. I just think it makes no sense having these super powerful classes running around on such small maps. I mean, on Conquest and larger modes, it makes more sense. You have tanks and other vehicles that can easily counter the elite classes, whereas in smaller modes, they are just way too powerful. If someone who knows what they're doing picks one of these things up, they could go on a serious kill streak on the smaller game modes, making it unfair for players with standard weapons. So guys, those were some of the highlights coming in the October patch. I think DICE have made some very good changes that will benefit the game in a lot of ways. Anyways guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, and if you want to stay up to date with all of the Battlefield news and updates, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Anyways guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. Thank you so much for watching, hope you're having an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next Battlefield video.